Welcome into the house. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I want to first thank you for being here. If you are, happy belated Mother's Day. I have a segment specifically for Mother's Day that I should repost. We've had quite a week, much of it traumatizing, and a bit of it disturbing. And with that, I need to go right into a post that was brought to my attention a few hours ago, which speaks right to this ongoing, raging war against the sacred feminine. Let's go. On Mother's Day, Yahoo posts this photo. It's a Calvin Klein advertisement with a very interesting, very peculiar caption underneath, which reads, "Today, in support of women and mothers all over the world, we wanted to spotlight the realities of a new type of family or of new families." Okay? The company wrote, etc., highlighting reality stars or possible non-traditional couples who might be exploring having the man carry the child. In this case, it is a transgender man as opposed to a woman, as nature has had it since the beginning of time. Now, let me jump in right now and be very clear with all of you. You see this advertisement right here? This has nothing to do with LGBTQ, okay? Gays and bisexual community. This actually has nothing to do with LGBTQ. And I know that some people automatically would feel that it does, and I know that they're claiming that it does, but it does not. Okay? First of all, let's put this in perspective. I'll explain it to you real simply. Mother's Day, first of all, is primarily a day that's focused on saying thank you. Okay? That's what Mother's Day is reserved for. It's a day where people all over the world, right, can finally be on one accord, because that's the day we take to acknowledge and say thank you to the mothers in our lives, right, who took the time, who made the sacrifice, who took the risks in carrying us into this world, right? It's a thank you. It's a thank you to your mom, right? Or your grandmom, right? Or the nurturers in your life. It's a thank you to the people, the feminines in your life who actually made these sacrifices for you. Now, we can do this every day. You can say thank you every day to your mom, but we reserve Mother's Day as a day to acknowledge and say thank you to all these women, okay, and mothers all over the world. Rather a beautiful holiday because it unifies us. But not with this ad, so I'm confused. The post says, "Today in support of mothers and women." But the fact is, this is some high-level psychology, if you ask me, filled with lies. This is a big fat lie, actually. This ain't supporting you as a mother or a woman. How? Mother's Day is a day to say thank you to mom. But you want to take today of all days, you want to take that space and highlight a new kind of families. Anyone know any men who are gave birth all their life? Anyone in their life who knows any men who've been giving birth? Okay, now would be the time. Please stand up. Anyone know anyone like that? I'll wait. And so if you guys and I and most people on the planet don't know of any men who've ever given birth, why would you choose the day that we're saying thank you to our moms to highlight this? That's first of all. It's a small one, but that's just for starters. Second, there's some high-level psychology. You see, I think the only reason you started off by saying today in support of, right, of mothers and motherhood, I think think you did that to smooth us over a little bit, because you knew if you didn't smooth it over, if you didn't say something like that, okay, Mr. Advertiser, that most women would have torn your head off and started protesting this ad. Imagine having a birthday party planned. Okay. And someone you don't know comes in there and makes the day about something entirely different. Plans a whole separate party. Okay. Let's say, let's just pick something random. Let's say somebody plans an automobile party, right? On a day they know it's your birthday, they walk into your space and start advertising this automobile party, and everything's about that particular party, and they do that on your birthday, knowing what day it is. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Somebody plans a whole separate party on your birthday. It tells me that it ain't about me. You're not supporting me. You're intentionally ignoring what today actually is. You're literally crashing the party, and you're bombarding a day that's reserved for mothers and those who mothered us, okay, who acted as vessels to bring us in. But let's go deeper. Ever had a copycat in your life? Anybody? Ever had someone in your life who copied you and everything you do? Maybe you put on a new hairstyle today, or you wear your hair a certain way. All of a sudden, they're wearing their hair the same way the next day. Or maybe today you throw on a denim jacket, brothers, and somebody in the class just happens to go by the same exact jacket and start sporting that the next day. Okay? A copycat. See, the copycat copies you, but most times, more times than not, they won't even acknowledge you or say anything to you. They'll just copy what you do, take things off of you, right? And implement it, right? Or incorporate it for themselves. But most copycats don't acknowledge you at all. But the thing about the copycat is you would never dare say that the copycat is supporting you. Oh, I'm just supporting you. Right? Most times they'll just walk right by you. The copycat is trying to emulate you. The copycat wants to actually be you. Okay, let's be clear on that. They want to be you, and if they could, they want to replace you. They don't care for supporting. They're supporting you. You kidding me? They'll take what you got. They'll take what they want. They'll copy what they admire, but will never tell you. But they damn sure are not supporting you. And so I scratch my head when I read the caption in support of women and mothers. Where's the mommy? Where's the grandma? Who on here are you supporting? And why would you do this today? If this is such a new kind of family, so you say, why would you do it on a day that is supposed to be thanking mothers who already sacrificed? Typically, historically, up until now, your own mother, why would we do it on their day? Why are you trying to move her sacred feminine essence over and make this your debut? Okay? Or your suggestion of a new type of family. This is the biggest lie I've ever seen, and it's high-level psychology. Your copycat doesn't support you, okay? The person who plans an event on your birthday when you know that they know it's your birthday knows exactly what they're doing. It's not about you. They're trying to make it about them. And they think so little of you, okay? And your intelligence that they're doing it right in your face on your day. And we're supposed to smile and say, ee. We're supposed to just right? Just brush it off. Or we're supposed to stifle our true feelings because we don't want to offend the LGBT community. Which, as I said before, this has nothing to do with the LGBT community. All right, the advertiser said what they had to say in order for people not to protest this. So they gave you a one-liner about in support of women and mothers, right? So the words say one thing, but the actions say another. This wasn't the day to try this. That's first of all. Okay? That's where you made the first wrong turn. Second, you're using psychology so that people won't detect what's really happening in your wording. But the beauty or the fact about most advertisements is they're usually selling something. Which indeed they are. And the question is what? What are you selling? What are you selling? And the bigger question is who's buying this? I damn sure I'm not. And whether you buy this or not is your decision to make. Don't feel like you have to tiptoe around or walk on eggshells because you don't want to say anything against the LGBT community. This was Mother's Day. Okay, the mothers that exist already. Not this new experiment here. And to date, there's no being alive that is male who gave birth. Unless he paid billions of dollars for a scientific surgery allowing him to do that. And even if you entertain that, debuting it on a day that's reserved for a thank you to your mother is blatantly disrespectful. You're disrespecting mothers. You're disrespecting women. In fact, I think you're mocking women. I could go deeper and analyze this picture, from the body language to the tattoos. They're all tatted up. First of all, this guy right here and all his tattoos, tell the truth. What is nurturing here about this guy? You would think that if it's truly about the essence of a woman, let's just pretend we're entertaining this. Even if we pretend to entertain this, they didn't even go so far or have the decency to try to choose a softer, perhaps, a guy that maybe looks, bilateral, a guy who kind of looks a little bit like a woman. No, they chose a clearly a roughneck personality, all tatted up, piercings and all, to feature as the new mother. See, Mother's Day, aside from being something that females get to, I would say enjoy for a moment, it's also about appreciating the nurturing essence of the sacred femme. The softness that comes with that. And even if you were never soft a day in your life, I guarantee you, most mothers during that time are tapping into all levels of nurturing energy. It comes natural. That's what they're there for. This ain't me talking. This is not an opinion. This is not a strike against LGBT. I didn't make this stuff up. Okay, I came into this planet in a place where women were giving birth. It was there already. This is not an opinion. This is the way nature already had things. It wouldn't matter what I think about it. And quite frankly, I don't care about people's sexual orientation that much. Not enough to judge them, not enough to not judge them. It's their business. But this, make no mistake, was not an LGBT post. Do not feel like you have to walk on eggshells. They are mocking women and mothers. That's what's going on here. And if you didn't know, now you know. Guys, I would love your feedback on this. Whether you do, whether you don't, it's fine. I needed to give this a voice. I was quite annoyed, beyond annoyed, okay? And so I communicated what I did the best way I know how, but this is a perfect example of the ongoing, raging war against the sacred feminine. Ladies, they secretly admire you. Some men want to replace you. They want to be you. And they're nowhere near ready to admit that. Hold on to your value. If anything, allow this to appreciate who you are, whether you have children or not. Just the essence of you as a woman. Okay? Whether people acknowledge it or not, they see it as gold. They admire it. They admire you. Don't be angry about this, but please become aware. We gotta wake up to what's really going on. And say what you need to say. It's been my pleasure to do this post. Okay, stay tuned for the next one. Part 3 of the War of the Sacred Feminine. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next post. Peace.